Welcome to Golden Rest Guide, your trusted place for learning simple habits that bring back calm nights, brighter mornings, and steady health as the years go by. Let me ask you this. Have your nights been quietly stolen from you? You lie down, close your eyes, and for a moment, sleep feels like it has finally arrived. But then, suddenly, you're awake again. The clock shows midnight, and you're hurrying to the bathroom. You return, try to rest, only to wake at 2 a.m., then 4 a.m. And when morning comes, you feel as though you hardly slept at all. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. More than 7 out of 10 older adults face this exact struggle. What should be peaceful nights often turn into restless cycles of waking, walking, and waiting for sleep to return. Many accept it as just part of aging. Others try cutting back on water completely or sipping endless teas hoping to soothe the problem, but the frustration continues. Here's the surprising truth. This problem doesn't always need to be managed with heavy medication or drastic routines. Sometimes it comes down to something as small and ordinary as how and when you eat an apple. Yes, something so simple, already sitting in your kitchen, could calm your bladder, reduce those nighttime interruptions, and give you back the deep, refreshing rest you thought was gone for good. Before we dive into the details, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from, and what time is it right now? Share it in the comments. I always enjoy hearing your stories. And if you find value in this message, please subscribe to Golden Rest Guide, or at least tap the like button. It helps more than you may realize. Tonight could be the turning point toward calmer nights and brighter mornings. To understand why this happens, we need to look at the quiet changes that occur in the body as we age. One of the least discussed but most important involves a small hormone called vasopressin. When we're younger, vasopressin works like a nighttime signal. It tells the kidneys, slow down, let the bladder rest. That way, urine production drops and we stay asleep. But as we reach our 60s and 70s, vasopressin production naturally decreases. Without that signal, the kidneys keep working almost as if it's daytime, filling the bladder faster and sending urgent messages to the brain to wake up. On top of this, the bladder itself becomes more sensitive with age. Years ago, it may have easily held a full glass of fluid before sending a signal. Now, it might call for attention when only half a glass has collected. It's not a disease. It's simply the body becoming more alert, less patient, and more eager to get your attention. What makes things even harder are the small choices we make in the evening without realizing their impact. A soothing cup of tea, a warm bowl of soup, or even late-night milk may comfort the mind, but they add liquid at the wrong time of day. Salty snacks, acidic foods like tomatoes or citrus, or watery fruits like cucumbers all irritate the bladder and create unnecessary urges. For many, the result is the same: restless nights, frustration, and the belief that nothing can be done. But the good news is that just as these habits can worsen the problem, small changes can also solve it. Take Margaret, a 73-year-old grandmother from Ohio. For nearly 10 years, she believed waking 3 times a night was just part of aging. Her doctor noticed she drank herbal tea before bed and snacked on fruit late at night. By moving her fluids to earlier in the day and enjoying her apple right after dinner instead of just before sleep, she reduced her bathroom trips from 3 to 1. That simple shift gave her back calmer nights and her sense of independence. Or consider Romesh, a retired teacher from India. He thought drinking less water during the day would help, but it only made his blood thicker and his kidneys work harder at night. Once he started sipping water steadily throughout the day and cut back after 6 p.m., his nights changed dramatically. His sleep grew deeper, his mornings lighter, and he discovered how much timing really matters. So why apples? On the surface, they seem like nothing more than a sweet, ordinary fruit. But for older adults, apples carry quiet but powerful benefits. Their fiber supports digestion and prevents constipation, which often presses on the bladder and creates false signals at night. Apples also contain quercetin, a natural anti-inflammatory compound. It calms the urinary tract lining and reduces irritation, helping the bladder remain quiet. Their fiber also helps manage weight, since excess belly pressure can squeeze the bladder and worsen nighttime urination. Beyond that, apples are rich in antioxidants, which reduce inflammation in the brain and nerves, supporting deeper, calmer sleep cycles. Compared to other fruits, apples are especially gentle. Citrus fruits are too acidic. Grapes cause bloating. Watermelon is too watery late in the evening. Apples strike the perfect balance, hydrating enough to be healthy, but not so watery or acidic that they disturb sleep. But here's the key: timing matters. Eating apples too late at night can backfire. In the evening, digestion slows and extra fiber and fluids linger longer, adding pressure to the bladder. The best time is between 6 and 7 p.m., early enough to digest, late enough to give benefits. And whenever possible, keep the peel. That's where most of the fiber and antioxidants live. If chewing is difficult, slice it thinly. If pesticides worry you, wash it well or choose organic. Unless your doctor advises otherwise, the peel should stay. You may also wonder whether raw or cooked apples are better. Both work, but they feel different in the body. Raw apples are crunchy, refreshing, and full of fiber. Great during the day, but sometimes too stimulating at night. Cooked apples, baked, steamed, or stewed, are softer, easier to digest, and soothingly warm. Imagine ending your dinner with a warm baked apple sprinkled with cinnamon. It comforts the senses while staying gentle on the bladder. Portion size is another important detail. 1/2 to 1 medium apple is enough in the evening. Eating more may bring bloating or mild acidity. Remember, the purpose isn't to fill your stomach, but to give your body steady nourishment that matches its slower evening rhythm. Apples alone won't solve everything. Hydration is just as important. Drink steadily throughout the morning and afternoon, then ease off after 6 p.m. This doesn't mean dehydration. It means letting your body process fluids before bedtime. Evening food choices also matter. Coffee, black tea, and even some herbal blends act as diuretics. Salty or spicy meals create thirst and stimulate the bladder. Replacing these with lighter, calmer options can dramatically reduce nighttime urgency. Daily movement plays a role too. A short walk, light stretching, or simple chair exercises boost circulation and stop fluids from pooling in the legs. Without this, the fluid often returns to the kidneys at night, creating more urine just as you're trying to sleep. Finally, your sleep environment counts. A cooler bedroom, breathable clothes, and lighter blankets reduce sweating, thirst, and bladder activity. Even posture helps. Lying on your side with a pillow between your knees eases pressure on the bladder, creating space for more restful nights. When these habits come together, the results are powerful. Older adults who once woke 3 or 4 times a night often reduce it to once, or sometimes not at all. What once felt like an unavoidable burden of aging becomes manageable through small, steady changes. Margaret now enjoys calmer nights and brighter mornings. Ramesh discovered that hydration timing gave him his evenings back, and many others found that a simple apple, chosen at the right time, prepared the right way, restored balance and peace. So here's the lesson. Something as ordinary as an apple can become a tool for independence, health, and rest. By choosing the right timing, keeping the peel, preparing it in a way your body enjoys, and pairing it with smart hydration and gentle evening habits, you can reclaim the gift of deep, peaceful sleep. If these problems continue, don't ignore them. Always consult your doctor. Your body is precious and deserves personal, specific care. But for many, these small, thoughtful steps are enough to bring back nights of calm and mornings of renewed energy. Before we close, I'd love to hear from you. Which subject should we explore next here on Golden Rest Guide? Would you like to learn how to keep bones strong and avoid fractures? Would you prefer insights on memory and dementia? Or would you like practical tips to boost brain power? Type the number in the comments below. And if you found today's message valuable, please subscribe to Golden Rest Guide and share it with someone you love. That simple action could give another person the gift of better sleep tonight. Because even in later years, life continues to offer hope, balance, and quiet joy. Sometimes all it takes is the simple choice of an apple at just the right time.